I'm gonna say we jump into a score for Elden Ring because I know it's gonna take up a lot of fucking time.
Already?
I have 500 hours in it in Elden Ring.
I bet you
I
do.
have I don't know how many. I think I have 200 hours.
When
I have less than like 60, I think.
So keep this in mind when we rate Elden Ring.
If you get upset at my score, I'm gonna be mad at you because there's no way you can get upset at the score I give it.
I'm sure you're
regardless
going
of
to
how
give
much
it
I
a
played.
good score, but I still... You can't even, like, understand Elden Ring in the first playthrough. You kind of have to start over and then, like, re-experience some stuff to, like, fully grasp, like,
I
how...
think I've experienced enough Elden Ring
Amazing.
to know
I think you
it's a
actually
great
give.
game.
I think you have to have beat it once to even give it a score.
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to beat it, Adrian. Or I'm trying to beat it, Ganon. No one wants to help me beat Radagon.
I started a new game. I was like, should I wait for change? And I'm like, I can get back up there.
You can't. I'm waiting.
Well, I got caught up.
You got to the capital in 30 minutes, so I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
you got to the capital in 30 minutes, Ganon. Come on.
Anyways, you guys want to jump into this? I can go first. I've got my score.
I'm ready.
I mean, I'll go first. I want to go first. Anyways, you can go first, Chase.
I literally said I was ready, and then you're like,
You can go.
I
You can go. You can go.
All right. The first ever 10 out of 10 Elden Ring.
Respect it. I respect it.
So I think with this game, the amount of versatility, the replay value, the just UX UI design, the ginormous map, and just you get to see how big and massive this game is while also feeling so confined in these tight little spaces. There's so many different ways to play. You can sword it, you can magic it, you can I don't know. There's so many different options. There's like hundreds of bosses to fight. And if you really want to dive deep into a story, you put on a lore video that's like 5 hours long, and they're barely scratching the surface of shit, you know? It's like there's so much story, and it's so like I don't know, methodical is the term? I don't know.
It has a heavy mythos.
Heavy mythos. There's just so many different
Heavily
layers to
lore
everything.
based.
Heavily lore based.
It's
And if
really
you
good.
really get into the lore and you really like play the game and experience all the different areas, it just like makes the world feel so alive. I will say it's very hard. I mean, you know, somewhat. Some people say it's the easiest Soulsborne game, but I have a hard time. I'm still on my first playthrough, and I can't beat fucking Radagon. But yeah, I mean, 10 out of 10. I love it. It's definitely one of the best games in this decade. All done.
Yeah. Gain, you want to go, or do you want me to go first?
I could go 10 out of 10. Easy. Like Chase was saying, I was talking to multiple clients about this that have played it, and it's literally a masterpiece through and through. The character design, there's not a whole lot of reskins on bosses. I mean, there's some that feel similar, but overall, you go against something that's fresh, and it is painful. The first playthrough, I'd say you start really catching on. Honestly, you kind of get the hang of it after, like, Renal, I'd say.
I didn't start getting it until after the capital.
Dude, I was summoned in to help with Morgott when you're like fighting in the capital. Dude, that boss fight is hard.
It is.
I just honestly, I came out there. I used my Kamehameha. You know the magic move.
Yeah, common.
Yeah, Kamehameha. I got to the point where I was just so sick of because I was just trying to use like my regular mage build. I'm like, this is not working. So I resorted to Frostbite and that to destroy him because I was tired of it. And but yeah, dude, that boss fight's hard.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, FromSoft just doesn't miss. They really don't.
Yeah, we're getting way off topic. Are you
okay?
Is that all you got?
Yeah, you go ahead, brother.
All right. I give Elden Ring a 9.9. And I
You
take a
just
point.
had to.
No, I take a point one off because maybe it's because of the video games I like and stuff. It's just not being able to keep track of your quests. It does get kind of annoying, not knowing exactly where you have to go or what to do or who to talk to. It gets sometimes it's a bothersome, and also part of that point one taken off is because I've never been one to like actually play like any of the Bloodborne or Souls games or play games like that, and like I've played it and I played it with you guys and stuff. I'm one of those people like kind of like Borderlands. Like if I'm running around by myself, I guess I enjoy it more if I'm just able to fucking obliterate everyone instead of having to struggle. Even though I still have so much fun playing Elden Ring. It's just the play style like I've always liked and grown up with. You can kind of call it like a culture shock, sort of like switching between the games I play and then playing Elden Ring like, oh shit, I gotta change up how I look at this entirely. Which is also why I love it, because it just makes you have to play video games different, and I love playing video games. So like, even if I struggle or don't like it, it's a plus to me because I love video games. But I love Elden Ring, despite not playing it, despite only playing with you guys. Like I like Elden Ring. It is fun. The game looks absolutely fucking insane. Every single detail, the weapons, all the armor, like even if it's not as diverse with like creativity with the character, like I said, like this is a game style that I'm not used to, that I'm not particularly like keen on like going back to, but I still found a type of play style within this that I enjoy with the Madness build and using Vike's War Spear. I enjoy using that so much. I love using that. And the game is just absolutely beautiful. It's a fantastic game. Game of the century? I don't know. You got to compete with Baldur's Gate, and I like Baldur's Gate a lot too. Despite not playing them, I can understand the beauty, the depth, the lore, everything that goes into these two games, and I can appreciate that everybody involved with creating Elden Ring, the same with Baldur's Gate, really wanted to make a game that people were going to play and play and play and play. Like, again, you said you got like, what, 200, 500 hours, whatever? Like
500.
That's insane. The game's been out since 2022. Like, and they're just now releasing a DLC, even though the game still hasn't run out of replayability.
It's going to have like
insane.
A baseline of another like 200 or 300 hours for the DLC.
Insane.
And
That's just insane.
if I stretched out 300 hours for the first one, you best believe I'm going to get another 600 hours.
You can't compete with that. Oh, also with my point one taken off, sometimes the multiplayer, like putting the finger down, sometimes it's just a little annoying. It's not really a big thing. It's just still sometimes a little annoying. Not as smooth as like we did with like was it Remnant 2? Yeah, Remnant 2.
Yeah.
Or like other games we play multiplayer. It's not as smooth getting into multiplayer, but once you're like in, like there's no issues. And I think it's one of the things that's like becoming a core memory with Elden Ring for me is like just if I'm with people, like when it was me, Gan, and Macy, and then somebody invades, just like sitting there, the three of us, and we're just like, yeah, we're gonna fuck this guy. Where is he? We're gonna fuck this guy up. Who are you? Like, who are you? We're gonna fuck you up. It's like a core memory. It's a good game. I gave it a 9.9, not a perfect 10. Still a fantastic fucking game.
I think the difference between Baldur's Gate and Elden Ring is like Baldur's Gate makes it feel like you're playing the character. Elden Ring makes it feel like you're playing as the character. I feel like
I think both have
Elden Ring,
a good level of immersion.
I would say they're both two very different games, but they
immerse you
do
pretty
their
well.
niche very well.
Yeah. You could tell me if this is going too far, but like the best way I can compare
way
it is
too far. No.
The best way I can compare it is like
Stop while you're at it.
sports. It's like sports. Elden Ring, Tom Brady. Baldur's Gate, LeBron James. They're both one of the best at their respective area, and they do it well. Can't really compare them because they do two different things, but they do those two different things far above almost everyone else that does it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Would I watch Tom Brady play again, or would I watch LeBron continue to play?
I would watch
Tom
both.
Brady play.
I
Watch
would
Tom
watch
Brady
both.
play again.
I would watch Tom Brady play again for sure. Oh, for sure.
Ow.
I don't
Already.
Elden Ring, fantastic game. Honestly, I give it a 9.9. I'll probably call it a perfect game. Really, my critiques are more personal than they are reflective of what the developers actually did with the game. So, I think it's perfect. I think they knew
Armored
what they
Core.
were doing and they did it. They did it. I think they did it too well. I think they it made it bad for other video
He
games.
did
to
it
compete.
too well, so I gotta take a point off.
FromSoft
But-
just I truly believe they care about what their players are feeling.
Yeah, they made a
You know?
game that built a community, and they kept making games not only catered to the community that they could still enjoy, but also to cater to outside of the community, to people like me who have never played these games and can still find so much enjoyment in it.
Also, if they would have dropped Armored Core a year after Elden Ring, I believe that would have gotten top rank. They just dropped them so close together. I think Armored Core got swept under the rug. This game is on that level. It's like it's beautiful. Like it's just like you see everyone playing a game and it's just like this is beautiful.
Elden
Like
Ring.
I look around at this, yeah, and FromSoft, literally the same people, and I'm
Exactly.
playing this game, and I like was flying through. I just stopped for a second, and I looked at the edge of this cliff. I'm like, wow, it's giving Elden Ring. And then when I got destroyed by this boss for like 6 hours, it's like, this is Elden Ring. This is what I needed. This is what I missed. It feels fresh too with the Meg. Oh my gosh, dude, it's so fun.
Yeah, yeah. I do have a question to
It's a
pose in line
masochist's
with this topic.
wet dream. Oh, okay.
No, you're good. I do have a question that's with this topic, but I'm gonna give the total score. I'm actually gonna give it in 3 numbers because it'll be our highest. Elden Ring has a 9.96. That is the total score for Elden Ring. So 0.04
Could have been
off
10.
the perfect 10.
Could have been
Could have
10.
been 10. It could have been, a 10.
I know it could have been 10, but you know, personally, I don't know.
Does
Those
really
are my
the
personal
1 point
issues.
throw it off that bad?
It's not. That's the thing. It's not that bad. It's just 0.1. It's just those are my personal like to be able to play it by
saying,
my.
like, the average.
What do you mean the average?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The math came out. I thought it was gonna be like a 0.998. So 0.996.
I thought it was still going to average out to 10.
Nah, it's got the decimals. Decimals math. I hate that.
Let's round it up. 10.
10. Perfect game.
But yeah.
But yeah,
Here's
and
my
we
question.
also don't talk about how this game only took like 6 years to make or come out from
Oh, yeah.
production to like Dragon's Dogma took 12, 13 years to come out and it was a half-baked game. Elden Ring only took 6 years, and the amount of depth and level to that game only took half that time, you know? And you got Jor RR on that shit, and he takes forever to write stories.